Americans spend $90 billion a year on health club memberships and $100 billion a year on dietary supplements. But in an industry filled with lax regulations and false advertising, do we really know how well these things work? And why do so many of us fall for the quick fix? In the Skeptic's Guide to Sports Science, Nick Tiller confronts the claims behind the products and the evidence behind the claims. Nick Tiller joins us live. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Great to be here.
I think people feel like the government or somebody is watching out for false advertising or products that really don't work. What's the reality?
Well, the reality is, and you've sort of touched on it already, there are very, very lax regulations surrounding the products we're sold. The commercial health and fitness industry operates very, very differently to the world of the clinical world of pharmaceuticals, where there's a minimum threshold of evidence that has to be surpassed. In the commercial world of health and fitness, very, very lax regulations means that manufacturers can say and do whatever they like. They can make whatever claims they want, and they're not really held accountable to them. So the disparity between the claims and the evidence is sometimes pretty huge.
Well, let's get to some examples. This idea of something being all natural or natural products is kind of this catch-all, and people feel good about that. But let's use whey protein as an example.
Yeah, sure. So I won't spend too much time talking about whey protein specifically, but the claims with whey protein and, as you said, when it's claimed that they contain all natural ingredients, and the other one that we see quite often is free from chemicals. This is marketing rhetoric that's designed to exploit a bias, an ingrained bias that everyone has, called the appeal to nature. And this is a bias that basically has people thinking that something that is naturally derived is somehow better or morally superior than something that is not naturally derived. So we have lots of products now that are marketed as being free from chemicals. The reality is, if it were free from chemicals, it wouldn't exist, because chemicals make up everything. But the phrasing is designed to cut to the core of this bias that we have in order to sell product, and it's very effective.
What is L-carnitine? I haven't heard of that, but it's been marketed for weight loss.
So L-carnitine is a fat loss supplement that's been around for many, many decades, and it's just L-carnitine alone has been the basis for weight loss shakes, weight loss bars, different diets, and so forth. And the reality is that many decades of research have failed to show any intriguing evidence that L-carnitine does anything to help people improve their ability to burn fat. But again, in the commercial health and fitness industry, the science is subordinate to the marketing. Marketing is king. So by using the right rhetoric, you can sell anything.
And in marketing, this use of before and after images for weight loss, that seems like something simple that you have proof of, but you say a lot of those are just fake?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Quite often people are going through these dramatic transformations, but usually they're not in 6 or 8 weeks, as is often claimed. Often the images have been touched up with Photoshop and other editing software, and often what is not shown is the after image. So somebody goes on a fad weight loss diet and they lose a lot of weight very quickly, but the studies show that in 1 or 2 year follow-ups, people regain all of the weight that they lose. So actually, if you showed an image 6 months, 1 year after the after image, then you'd show them that they've put on most of the weight that they've lost. So the before and after images, again, it's an emotive argument. It cuts to the core of one of these biases that we have.
I'm going to jump ahead to 2 examples of celebrity endorsement. I remember Derrick Rose was advertising those like magnetic bracelets, and it was Michael Phelps and the cupping, which you see is popular at spas. I'm sure he was a good swimmer and Derrick was a good basketball player before they did these things. Do these things have any basis in science, reality? Do they really work?
No, they don't. And cupping specifically has been studied extensively. It's broadly considered to be an alternative medicine. It's a pseudoscience, and it works only in the context of placebo. And what I mean by that is people have the expectation that it will work, and they perceive that it has positive effects, but that's very different to having actual physical effects on the body. And, I, like all good scientists, have to point my nose in the direction of the scientific research. And the scientific research, because it's controlled and it's objective, shows that cupping really doesn't have any direct physical effects on the body. and really is indistinguishable from placebo. The magic bracelets have been around for a long time, and I don't know if it's possible to be more ridiculous than cupping, but possibly those magic bracelets, they might take the award home.
All right, well, for more, you can check out nbtiller.com or follow Nick on social media. There you go. There's the info on your screen. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. My pleasure.